Hello, my name is Storm here, and welcome back to Crusader Kings II, the Horse Lord Mega Campaign. In the last episode, we made the decision to put our character into hiding to protect ourselves, because the previous episode we had managed to survive a couple of assassination attempts, fortunately. But looking at the rules for succession, if we had died, we would have lost our title. So we can't afford to die until our heir is of age, which should be in about 3 years, plus or minus. In about 3 years. Do we actually know what any traits he has? Oh, he has the flu. He's erudite. That's good. A skilled fighter. No other special traits, I don't think. I'm not sure when they'll actually appear, because we have the option on that they are hidden until a certain point in the character's life. So, I don't know if that's adulthood or at some point during childhood they pop up. We'll find out eventually, I guess. So, we haven't really been able to expand the realm, because we can't really run any wars while we're in hiding because we're under Regency. But we have been raiding, and one thing that we did get done is we formed a marriage alliance with Magyar. So we have an alliance with these guys, and we actually had to fight a war to maintain the alliance against the Khazarian revolt. It's unfortunate that we haven't been able to take advantage of that revolt to some degree, because of the fact that we're in hiding, and I just noticed that Khazaria has expanded even further, which is not great, but we'll deal with it. So hopefully once we are out of hiding with our ally, we may be able to actually attack Khazaria and try to take some of the territory. The other thing that I'm thinking of probably doing to grab some more land is to push west instead of south. It's not towards our goals, but there are some very juicy provinces over here that we could go for that have a lot of holding slots that would be good to serve as a new capital region. But they are tribal, so we'll have to convert them to Tengri if they're not already, which they are not, and change their culture before we can get rid of the tribal holdings. And then move ourselves over there. But that is a project to be considered. I mean, because there really... was looking around, there really isn't any other, like, nice 5-slot provinces within range. Except for here. Now, I know we don't really worry about de jure duchies, but eventually it may be useful. See, there's a 5-slot province. I'll think about it. We have other things we need to worry about right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and unpause it. We are raiding over here. Keep an eye on that supply limit. I'm not sure if these provinces get the same kind of winter penalties that these do, but we're entering into winter. So, arrange betrothal. Kagan Saru Tobol, who's my brother-in-law. Tobol is not looking that great. Well, is proposing that my daughter, my 12-year-old daughter, is betrothed to his son. I don't think you're going to survive much longer. That doesn't really do much for me. I'm going to decline on that. Oh yeah, we became a lunatic while we were in hiding. We were high above the courtyard where courtiers scurrying around looking like ants with my bow and bows. There should be bow and arrow to be brought to me, and started shooting at them, laughing at the panic and looks they threw up at me. Oh, we gotta attack this kid. Or my wife. Oh, there's a possibility that she will die. I guess we'll just Who's your father, by the way? Nobody really important. Well. We'll wound the kid. Eesh. Alright. Supply has dropped considerably, but still above where we need to be. Many years of my life have been spent dedicated to the Plague Bringers, performing missions and tasks in the interest of the Order and its Black Khan. Today, all that effort has been rewarded as I have become the new Black Khan. My fellows now look to me for leadership and guidance. We have become... Are we now the... Yes, we are now the Black Khan. We're the leader of the Plague Bringers. What does this let us do? Absorb life force. Enables right-clicking on the portraits of your children in an attempt to steal their life force in exchange for dark power. Oh, that's nasty. Enable unholy impregnation. Enables right-clicking on the portrait of a female follower of Erlich in order to summon a Caralglin who can father an unholy child. This can be used on yourself, others if they are a mission target. Lower ranking members are very likely to agree to your diplomatic requests. That's kind of interesting. Request that you honor your obligation to answer call to arms against High Chief Igor of Radamitia. Okay. Radamitia, this guy here? I do want to maintain the alliance, so we will agree. And, I'm going to steal the last few ducats here. This guy of Samogi wants my daughter to marry just... Are you... But you're not the heir. No. No, because Magyar is probably going to absorb them. Alright, we got the last few ducats. Switch off of Looter, and let's head in to assist our allies. One thing we actually do want to do here is increase the size of our horde. So look at this, and we can continue to expand it. And it was recommended to me that I probably get more horse archers, because they're apparently pretty good. They have a fairly high attack value in the skirmish phase. So, yeah, they can do a lot of damage, like, out of the gate. So, we'll go ahead and grab... We'll grab a couple of groups here of light cav and horse archers. Let them reinforce up. Actually, I'm gonna just slot in here. With our allies. Oh, we need a spy master. Is there any potential to get a spy master who will... My concubine. Do I want to make a concubine who hates my guts my spy master? Where are you headed? To Chernigov. Start of the Viking Age. Okay, the centralization of power in Scandinavia, along with the rapid population expansion, has begun to drive its denizens to look beyond the home shores in earnest. New developments in shipbuilding, an adventurous spirit, and a fearless belief in the gods are now taking Norse seafarers across the seas towards distant lands. They arrive as traders, raiders, and conquerors. They call themselves Vikings. From the fury of the Northmen. Okay. Nothing we're going to really have to worry about at the moment. Alright, as I'm growing older, I can see that Sabine could use some guidance in some of my experienced areas. It requires hard work. It may not always be appreciated, but this is my chance to make a self-sacrifice for the sake of Sabine. Make your move at the right time. Patient, content. No, we don't want any of that. Diligent would definitely be a good thing to get on our heir. And he did get diligent. Very good. We got stressed, but stressed is not too big a deal. We're going to go assist. The battle will probably be over before we get there. Yep, it is. My marshal tells me that one of my commanders, Sarkhan, has improved significantly. Sarkhan now has the trickster trait. Very good. Well, usually I write to you with bad news from Perm. My efforts to root out heresy and convert the population met with resistance. The peasants are arming themselves. I fear we might have a revolt on our hands. Not great. Come on, man. Get those guys converted. The Magyar conquest of Bransk has ended. Alright, they won. Mordovian peasant revolt. I don't want to fight somebody else's peasant revolt. Let's see if we can go around it. Oh, come on, man. Against High Moravia. And you are expanding very, very quickly. So I came to pick up Karen to help me out cutting down some trees. He starts complaining. Apparently he has a nasty stomach ache. I lose prestige, you may gain indolent. Or gain prestige. And he may gain indolent. He gained indolent. Intrigue +1. Could become charitable, slothful, or gluttonous. Guy apparently has pains in his arm now after I grabbed it and cannot use it to cut trees. And you're pushing yourself very close to the Carolingian Empire. Alright, I gotta pick up these other guys. Can I continue to expand this horde? I can continue to expand this horde. So what are we looking at? 500 horse archers, 1900 light cavalry, and 600 heavy cav. See, I could afford two sets of this, one of these. Let's go with just 2 sets of that. Go for numbers. He's 15. Should be coming of age any moment now. Then we can finally come out of hiding. News from Perm. My efforts to root out heresy and convert the population met with resistance. Ugh. Now, is there anything else? Of Army's Oxen Wagon, global supply limit plus 2%. That'd be nice. Max population, capital movement delay modifier, global supply limit plus, and horde maintenance cost minus 4%. Now that, I think, is probably more important to get right now. The meat preserver. The constant surges of adrenaline and increased heart rate makes me weary. It's not as fun being angry as it used to be. I lost wrath. Mellowing out at my old age. As long as those peasant revolts don't cross the border, they can do whatever they want. Yep. Magyar won. We didn't have to help at all. With Khazaria dealing with this huge peasant revolt, look at how much damage they've done. Look at all the wars they're in the middle of fighting. Knowing Sabine has finished his education in the ways of war, I notice with pride that he has attained nothing more than a masterful level of knowledge. He's a brilliant strategist. Very, very nice. Alright, now our heir needs to be married. You currently decide who this character can marry. Unrestricted marriages means that this character will be able to once again decide for themselves who to marry. I will decide who you're going to marry. Do we have any women out there with some good genetic traits? Ambidextrous. Tall, but she's 9. Tall, she's 11. Agile, but she's 10. Decent traits for a 10-year-old, though. Congenital traits only hidden until adulthood. Okay. Perceptive. Good diplomacy. Not great martial. I don't think that's a congenital trait. Strong. I probably should be doing is sorting this by age, because I don't necessarily want a betrothal. I want a marriage so we can get an heir, a grandkid quicker. We don't want that. Silver tongue. Oh, now we're in the 14-year-olds. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything out there very interesting at the moment. So let's look for someone who has some really good trait sets. You're Tengri. You have a high diplomacy. You're 19. You're a charismatic negotiator. Good intrigue skill. Stewardship's meh, but... yes. There we go. Yamal and Sabine are getting married. We can collect a royal aid duty, 11 gold, or get some prestige. We have a nice pile of prestige. We could use the gold. Alright, and now I can actually come out of hiding. Do it! Regency has ended. They still have a very large army raised. But if I could call my allies and... oh, hold on. Call my allies, get my clan leaders. Because you have 1,000 troops. You have almost 1,000 troops. You could probably do this. Though I had thought Tyrannid to be a more reasonable man, his request to be allowed to duel his rival, Burkhan, was slightly erratic. Tyrannid claimed to be constantly subject to affronts from Burkhan and asked for permission to defend his honor. You're just some random courtier? Sure, go for it. Ayasun has brought up a grave problem she has with your Maturka. Somebody has been using the realm spies to go snooping about in the personal quarters of Ayasun for own personal gain. I don't know why we're having a problem with some of the names not showing up here in these events. Imply that I know secrets. Blackmail them for 25 gold? Yes, please. Dirty secret. Just the other day, skulking as often do. Alright, we got a couple of people who are making out, or getting frisky. She's a married woman. Who's she married to? My son? Oh, should we blackmail her? Expose the affair? I guess expose the affair. We can't afford to have my son's wife messing around because we need a legitimate heir. Oh yeah, you don't like me much. Alright, we have a bit more gold. So again, should I go for numbers or quality? I think I'm gonna go for numbers. Another 500. Bring us up to 4,000. I do need to get this thing built, and I keep spending money, but we need that horde. What can I do? I can claim conquest. You can conquer single border counties. So these are single counties, right? Invasion of Cumania. Well, I'll try to rip away. May invade another realm to seize their pasture lands. If successful, all occupied territory will be seized, and all vassals will become our vassals. Is to do large foreign areas in a single war. Let's see. We lose, takes or vassalizes all titles held by Kagan within the Duchy of Yik. Where is that holy site, by the way? It's there. So we're probably looking at till here. I'm thinking this is probably going to make more sense. Just start ripping away chunks of their territory. Alright, let's do it. We can call allies. Maybe. I joined, like, what, 3 of your wars? Of course, I will honor my obligation to answer your call to war. Yes. Alright. What about my other clan leaders? Why was there a defeat there? Alright, we've finally taken Ufa. It appears that Khan Manas numbers among those within. What should we do? Imprison anyone of importance you can find. Kill everyone you can find. Imprison anyone of importance. Oh, that's their big arm. That's their main army. Okay. Hopefully I'm gonna get out of there in time. No, I'm not. Oh boy. And my allies are not joining me. My clan leaders, but we might actually win this battle. Alright, this guy got cavalry leader. Oh no, we're not going to win that battle. Alright, we still have 4,000. We just need to reinforce up to strength. Come on, guys. Do I still occupy this? Oh, we're losing money. Get that before it gets too big. Oh, can we catch that army? Oh yeah, we're going to catch that army. Alright, good. Alright, there's my allies. Alright, we're finally making money again. Come on, retreat, retreat. Oh, we were imprisoned? Neither of my clan leaders decided to join, which I needed their troops. My last act of worship has been some time ago. I still sense an inhuman touch upon my soul whenever I think about what I did. Alright, I gained the trait Possessed. Alright, we need to pick a new character focus, which would go back to combat. And now you're going to draw me back into war? Okay, fine. Alright, so it looks like that we just simply don't have the strength yet to deal -82. The sword in my hand seems heavier and heavier every year. Curses. Alright, so yeah, we simply can't deal with Khazaria right now. We need to get reinforced back up to 4,000 men. So it looks like we're probably going to have to expand west rather than east. I thought I could try and take advantage of things, but looks like not. And Magyar did not prove to be as useful an ally as I had hoped. I'm in the pitiful state of my daughter, Shurka. I've just been informed the cause of her aches and fatigue is a case of the flu. Call the physician. And these clan leaders probably didn't join because they hate me. Oh, you're in hiding, apparently. Yeah, they aren't going to join me on anything. Alright then, everything we're going to have to do ourselves. And it looks like our army is not going to reinforce until we have positive cash. Do not tolerate any cravenness in my court. I'll just go after one of my concubines. She's 45, so I should probably go ahead and release her. Both of them. Set the concubines aside. They're... Menace a Khazar Liberation Revolt has declared liberation of Khazaria. Khazar Liberation Revolt. Okay, we can deal with them. Oh, I've just noticed we're getting long on this episode. My commander's has improved significantly. He gave head the infantry leader, which is pretty much useless to us. Who? It's like Khazaria is out of all of its wars. Yeah, it is. You have a new era. If your character dies, you will now play as Savin Volkil. Why am I playing as Savin instead of... Oh, because Sabine is in hiding? Alright, well, we'll have to get this guy a wife. People in hiding cannot marry. My entire family's in hiding. Alright, well, I gotta end this episode here. So we'll work on this more when we come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.